Here's my formula. You can see it's got my name on it. And I have 0.07 of tretinoin, and then 5% azelaic acid, and then 4%, does that say 4%? I don't have my glasses on. Niacinamide. So I use it every night, and this lasts me several months, like the regular schedule that they have me on for using this. I guess I just don't use as much. So it's nice because you can skip when they say that you're ready to have a shipment. Then you can go and pause it and say you want it to come a month later or whatever, which I really like. Hi guys, happy Easter. I'm heading over to church right now, singing this morning. Anyway, love Easter morning. When I think about it from a Christian standpoint, it's an exciting day. It's like the most exciting of holidays, because if Jesus hadn't resurrected, if they'd killed him and he wasn't able to overcome death, then nothing else would have mattered. So what an exciting thing. Everybody is born, right? So celebrating Christmas is, that's cool too, right? Because it was the Son of God who was born, but everybody's born, but not everybody dies and comes back to life. So that's pretty awesome. So happy Easter to you guys. A note about our weird spring weather. You guys saw that it's been snowing here lately, and yesterday it was 70 degrees. Last night when it was dark out, so probably around 8 o'clock in the evening, it was almost 60 degrees on our porch, which is just unheard of. I guess maybe it's not unheard of. Our spring is just, it just changes all the time. And so I think we're supposed to have another day of 70-something degrees. And so after church, I'm heading over to Home Depot to grab a couple large bags of potting soil so I can put those tomatoes from the Arrow Garden into pots. And I think it's going to be a lovely day. I did some yard work yesterday, so did John, and it's starting to feel like, I wanted to turn the watering system back on. I got the hose out and I hand watered some things, but I wanted to turn the watering system back on, so I looked at weather.com, and like in another 8 days or something, we're supposed to have 3 days in a row of nighttime temperatures below freezing, so that's not going to happen for a little bit. Hi guys, so I have to show you what I was doing this afternoon. It's still Easter when I'm filming this. So let me turn this around and show you what's going on here. So this is our front guest bedroom, and we put a baby gate on it, which we didn't have for the baby. We had it for when Monica was a puppy. But anyway, so I took the tomato plants and put them into pots, and I have them in this front room, but I have to keep the door closed or the cats will eat the tomato plants. And this door, at certain times of year, doesn't latch right. It's like the humidity affects it. And so we put this gate on here. And then, look at all these. So I have, 13? And then I have 3 more that are still in the Arrow Garden. So I've got them by this window that gets some pretty decent sunlight in the morning. And then in here, this is what is left in the Arrow Garden, is these 3 that were on the outer edge, and they just got choked out because all the ones in the middle got really big and tall, and so these guys stayed really dinky, and that guy's kind of floppy. So I'm going to leave these in the Arrow Garden for another week to grow on their own, and then I will put those into pots and then let them stay in pots for about 4 weeks, and they'll be ready to go out into the garden. So I don't know if you guys saw that video that I did. It's how I lost 30 pounds and kept it off. And I got a request from a viewer who asked if I would do a what I eat in a day video. So I actually thought it might be more helpful if I showed what I ate over the course of 3 days. So be on the lookout for that, because that should already be uploaded by the time you see this. But I don't know how many of you are interested in learning more about a plant-based diet or learning more about adding plants to your diet, not necessarily cutting out animal protein. But if you are, let me know, because that's certainly something that would be fun for me to do videos on, because it's been such a successful thing for me and such a way of life that I can live with. And so let me know about that, because I would be happy to do some videos. Either say, yes, I'd like to hear more about plant-based, or if you have specific topics related to that, let me know. Hey guys, I always talk to you when I'm either driving over to take Monica to day camp or when I'm picking her up. I'm in John's truck again. He's been taking my car to work because gas prices have gone up so much. And, you know, we live in a small town, so you know, I fill up my car. Of course, my car is a hybrid, but I fill it up, I don't know, once a month. And John has to fill up his truck every 2 weeks, I guess, and it just bugs him that he's having to fill it up more frequently. And so he's like, I'm taking your car to work, because a lot of days I don't go anywhere. Today I'm actually, it would have been better today if he'd not taken my car, but I didn't think to tell him that, because I'm taking Monica to day camp and it's like 20 minutes away and it's really on the outer edge of town. Then I'm meeting my mom for lunch, and then after we go to lunch we're going over to Ulta to buy some things. And then after that, in the afternoon, before I pick Monica up from day camp, I'm going over to the house of one of John's coworkers, because I don't think I've told you this yet. Starting next week, next Friday, I'm going to be babysitting her 3-month-old just on Fridays until the end of July. I told her I would help her out, figure that out. She asked me, because she thought that I might want a baby fix. And I'm sure I'm gonna fall in love with this little baby and it will be fun. But you know, I don't actually have like this feeling that I need a baby fix. I need a Diana fix. That would be great if I could babysit Diana 1 or 2 days a week. That would be wonderful. But that's not gonna happen because she doesn't live in the same state. So anyway, but I thought that it would be, you know, it's kind of a shock when new parents have to kind of figure out their work schedules and the cost of daycare, because I think it's like $85 a day for an infant, and so, you know, that's a kind of a shock to their budget. So I'm going over to their house to meet the baby, because I've not met her yet. She's just about 3 months old, I think. And so, yeah, just about the age Diana was when we got her. So I'm gonna meet her, and then they don't live far from where Monica goes to day camp, so I'm gonna pick her up. So I'm doing a lot of driving today in John's truck. Man, we've been having a lot of days that are up in the 70s lately, but this morning it's 46. It's really cold, and this is the time of year when we will have 40-degree temperature swings between night and day. So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets into the 60s today, but it's been going down pretty cold at night. Well, 60s, 50, 40, 30, 20. No, it might go up, because it's not going down in the 20s at night, but it's been going up into the 70s during the day and then into the 30s at night, which is just nuts. So, and it's really windy today. It has been really windy for the last couple of days, but that's just Flagstaff. Spring is the nastiest season of the year in Flagstaff. Seriously, it's the most beautiful season of the year in Phoenix, but in Flagstaff, it's awful. Thankfully, it's followed by the most beautiful season of the year, because summers are absolutely amazing. I'm always so surprised. People say every year, so you guys got fun plans for the summer? Are you going anywhere? And I'm like, what? Who would ever leave Flagstaff in the summer? I mean, this is the place where everyone wants to be. We have huge numbers of tourists in the summer because everyone wants to get out of the sweltering heat in Phoenix, you know, we just get crowds of people up here when it's 115 in Phoenix, and it regularly hits 115, usually toward the end of June in Phoenix before the monsoon. That's our rainy season. And so yeah, like who would want to leave when you're in a place where you don't need an air conditioner in the summer? It's just shocking to me that people leave. I mean, I know they do it because their kids are out of school, but practically this whole past year, people have not had their kids in school. So why leave in the summer? I mean, why not just vacation when the weather is colder here? I don't know. So I wanted to tell you guys a little something that I've been thinking about with that word for the year that I chose. I don't know if you guys watched that video I did, but I will link it for you below. So I chose a word for the year that I'm doing a monthly reflection on, and I signed up for this class where they give us different ideas for prompts, you know, for things to write about in relation to that word. The word I chose was sparkle, and at the time that I chose it, I don't know, I felt very drawn to that word when I was looking at a list of words, but I thought it doesn't seem like it's very deep. But it has been shaping up to be kind of a deep thing. And so I think it was in February that I started thinking about if in order for something to sparkle, that it needs to have light shined on it, and that it is the reflection of that light source that causes the sparkle. And then I thought, well, maybe this is like, it was kind of seeming to me like this is sort of a spiritual thing, you know, like that maybe part of what this whole thing is about is allowing God's light to shine on me so that I can reflect his light out to other people around me. And so I thought that was kind of cool. And then, so in April, there are two classes that they do. They do one at the beginning of the month and one mid-month. And so at the beginning of April, the person who taught the class said, was talking about letting go. And she said, you know, that we can't just, when we welcome new things into our lives, we can't just keep taking in more and more and more without letting something go. She said we are like full glasses of water, and when we invite something into our life, water is going to overflow. Like you put more water in there, it's going to overflow. And so you have to think about what to let go. So she was just talking about stuff to let go of. Maybe it's physical stuff in your house, maybe it's emotional stuff that you need to let go, maybe it's a relationship that isn't serving you well. And so I started to think about a relationship in my life that has not been serving me well, that's been pretty painful, especially in the last 6 months probably. Not John, don't get worried about me with that. We're good. But somebody who's close to me, and it seems like no matter what I try to do, I can't fix it. It's like this person just thinks that everything I do is wrong and has expectations that won't be told to me. And so it's really sad because I am a fixer, and I hate it when any relationship is unsettled. I just feel like I have to fix any, if I said something that could possibly have offended somebody, I always want to fix it. And with this, it's like I have no clue, and like there seems to be no interest from the other person to do anything but like cause further hurt. So anyway, I was kind of thinking, well, that's probably, I'm going to reflect on that for a day or so and then write about it, because that's probably a thing I need to let go of. I'm not letting go of the hope that the relationship will at some point be healed, but I have to just let go my the things I'm trying, you know, like I'm trying and I get continually hurt. So anyway, later that morning, I was emptying the dishwasher and there was a mason jar that I was putting in a cabinet in the dining room, and it slipped out of my hand and smashed on the floor. And as I'm sitting there thinking what a klutz I am, it also occurred to me that was the third glass vessel that I have broken, like smashed, not just a little broken, but like smashed on the floor since 2020 began. So in 3 months' time, I have smashed 3 glass vessels. And I was like, I said to myself, there's got to be something to this. And, you know, like a lesson to be learned here, like maybe not be so klutzy, but no, I was thinking deeper. There had to be something to this. And as I was looking at the shards of glass on the floor that I needed to clean up, there was light shining through the window and causing the glass to sparkle. And I thought, oh, I have to be broken. Like something about this whole thing, maybe the brokenness is part of what is going to lead to a healing of that relationship, or maybe the brokenness is going to, you know, help to grow me as a person. I don't know, but I haven't written about that yet, but here we are well into April, and I need to write that story, because it's interesting that I chose the word sparkle, because I felt like I'd sort of taken a back seat to a lot of things in my life, and that I wanted to kind of, you know, be sparkly again. And it's turning out to be a much more deep word for me. Like there are much greater lessons than I thought I was going to learn from this. And it has been so impactful to me to do this in such a purposeful way, because I've chosen words in the past, but they were just kind of like, that's my word for the year. But I didn't really think about them much. And reflecting on this word every single month in different ways with different prompts has been really, like, it's really something that's like helping. Sorry, you deaf. Yay, going into Ulta. I don't know if my mom's here yet or not. We're meeting in here. Okay guys, let me show you. I just stopped at my dermatologist's office and I bought some Latisse. I've been using some other stuff called Rapid Lash, and it does make my eyelashes grow, and it's significantly cheaper than this, but it just doesn't do very much. And so I'm paying, I don't know, $25, every couple of months for that. And it just doesn't grow them very well. And so this one, Latisse, this was $165 for this bottle, but it's going to last probably, it's only a 5 ml bottle, but you just use the teeniest little bit, and it's going to last 8 months or so. And when I put this on my eyelashes, people comment, like people are saying, oh my gosh, look at your lashes. So I just caved in today. And then at Ulta, I got this. It's by Australian Gold. It's a botanical sunscreen tinted face. I got the one that's for fair to light skin. And this stuff is amazing. It's water resistant. You have to pretty much scrub it off your skin at night. It is amazing. I put it on my face, neck, backs of my hands every single day. And they have different shades. I think they have one lighter than this and one darker. So I got an e.l.f. blush brush. I was tempted to get the Morphe and It Cosmetics ones. They just were understocked. And I was tempted to get the Ulta brand, but the e.l.f. one they looked like similar quality, and this was just a lot cheaper. And then I also got these two eyeliners. I love this Essence. If I could show you, it'd be lovely. Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. It is waterproof eyeliner. It works amazingly well on the tight line and the waterline, and even just as regular eyeliner. And you guys, you cannot believe this. $2.49 a piece. I've already gone through two of these. Well, almost gone through two of these, and it's just unbelievable how amazingly well it works. This is called, the brown one is called But First Espresso, and then the black one is Black Midnight Sky. It's kind of a gray black, and they also have another one that's, I think it's called Black Love. It's really dark black. And so, I mean, seriously, for an eye pencil, I was using Urban Decay's, what was it? I think it was called Waterline, and it was $20. And I don't think it works any better than this. So why not save yourself some money? So that was it. It is now time to head home, drop this stuff off, kill a little bit of time, and then head over and meet that little baby that I'm going to be taking care of.